I'm going to be building a completely random house that I find on GeoGuessr. If you've never played GeoGuessr, it's a game where you have to guess where in the world you are based just off Google Street View. So I figured it would be a perfect fit for a video like this. The rules are simple. I get to guess the location of 5 completely random houses, and whichever house I get the closest to, I'm going to be building in Minecraft. So let's get right into it with the first guess. All right, first up, whatever this is. Some mountains in the back. Just a warning here, all right? I'm terrible at GeoGuessr, so let's not judge my GeoGuessr skills here, right? Usually the rules for this are that I build whatever house I'm closest to, but I think for the spirit of this, I'm gonna build like whatever cool house is like right here. Goku! Oh my god! It's Goku! What the? Oh my god! I gotta get this right now. I gotta build a house that's next to Goku. I have no concept of where this is. Alright, let's be honest. We're on a timer, by the way. 3 minutes. Oh, Argentina? Is that what it says? Where are the mountains? It's a very big country. There's a lot of mountains up here. Let's try to figure out any more information, because I would actually like to build this house. I don't know where that is, but I mean, I know it's our Argentina flag, right? It's got to be something, right? We're really running out of time here. All right, let's go to the map. Let's try to find something. I don't know. Is that what it says on the sign? I'm just gonna go here. I don't know. That's not a terrible guess, but I feel like that's not gonna win. All right, next up. If I get anything terribly wrong, all right, don't make fun of me, please. I just genuinely don't know. This feels like a really cool place though. Some signs here. I'm sure that helps somebody, but it doesn't help me. I don't even know what continent we're in, to be honest. This gotta be like somewhere in Europe, right? Like, I mean, it has to be. My brain is telling me like kind of like an Eastern European sort of country, maybe. I think we just guess, because I don't think any information I find is gonna help me. I'm thinking like somewhere in this is basically my only guess here. Is this like kind of cluster of countries that I don't know much about? Hungary, I guess, kind of border there. That wasn't terrible. It was way closer than I thought I should get, but I guess the language kind of gave it away. All right, this feels like a similar area, but it probably is nowhere near it. That's really cool, like wall kind of tile work there. That's sick. Oh, the person. Wish I could read, or even just like see the pixels of what that says. Oh yeah, they're hyped to see the Google Earth people. Everything's too low quality for me to read. Is that a dog? I'm gonna get this so wrong, and I'm sorry. I think being bad at GeoGuessr is part of the fun of these videos. What? What? What are they drinking over there? Okay. I think I'm just gonna throw the point somewhere. We're just gonna go somewhere over here. Oh my god. All right, well, my initial guess was gonna be somewhere over here, but for some reason I thought it wouldn't be like super close to the same spot twice. All right. Well, this is cool architecture. There's a lot of cool architecture in this, like, I don't even know what to call it, map, I guess is what they call it. Oh yeah, that's kind of sick. Again, no clue where this is, but that's like so cool. But I don't even have a concept of what kind of architecture this is. And I hope that means like Philippines or something to give me like some kind of hint here. We're gonna hope we're in the Philippines here. Can we get any more specific information with this or no? I'm getting blinded by the sun right now. I think we just gotta throw a point down somewhere. Burger, why do they separate like that? We'll go here. I'm actually completely speechless. So that did not mean Philippines. Well, shout out to a random place in Australia, I guess, for just ruining my entire run. It's cool. I think it's the final one, and the whole house is blurred, which is just sick. Let's see if we can get information here. I mean, we're somewhere in Germany, I want to say, right? They got the B that's like 2 S's or whatever. That just looks German. These houses are cool. Man, and people say the house I build in Minecraft like aren't realistic. Like, look at that. Look at that roof. Come on, that's not my build. Just like way worse. I can't find any like town name. I probably just missed it. Let's be real. There was definitely something somewhere. I think we just throw a point somewhere in Germany and move on here. That was a terrible guess. Okay. All right, what were we the closest to? Oh my god, probably the Goku one, right? Oh my god, we're closest to the Goku one. No way. I think what I'm gonna do is just choose like a house here, like just something cool from like this area. I think I'm gonna do this one, and I probably won't be able to do it justice at all. That's a really cool house. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's get Google Earth up, the top down view, to see what kind of like images I can find of this place to get like details and stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, so I found the house on Google Earth here. It's honestly like a lot bigger than I thought it was, like 20 blocks across. It's kind of like intricate too. Like if you look on the sides, there's like a lot of shape going on here. But it's kind of in general this like T shape and then a couple like offshoots. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'm probably just gonna start getting the shape down in Minecraft. I think I'm gonna have to make this part 7 blocks across, just for like getting all the details and stuff. But yeah, let's just try to work the scale out first, I guess. All right, I think that's kind of the shape for the front. I'm just trying to work out how to proportion everything. Of course, it's kind of weird, but it'll work out eventually, I think. I think that's kind of the shape. The orange is just like the peak of the roof, basically, is why I do that. Just like a front part here, something like that. And then let me work out what's going on over here. Oh, so there's one on both sides, actually. This one's smaller. And there's a chimney. There's a lot of complicated stuff. And the street view is not accurate enough for me to really understand what's going on. Not the street view, sorry, the like top down, like Google Earth. It's like 4 wide, maybe. Probably something like that. Oh, on this side, it's a lot bigger. Comes out as far as the actual wall back there, so we can use that for scale. And that whole thing slopes down, I think. Yeah, okay, this is a very weird house. I mean, it's not a house, it's like a hotel, sort of touristy sort of place. I mean, I'm still gonna call it a house out the video, because that's what I do. But, yeah, kind of interesting. This is kind of what I'm getting for the shape here, which I thought it was pretty simple, and it's starting to get complicated really fast. But that's kind of what I got, I think. I'm not looking forward to this anymore. I'll say that. All right, but yeah, for now, let's just fill the walls in with white wool just to get the shape, because I want to get like the heights of all the walls and everything. So let's focus on that. I made the decision to make it a 2-block center, by the way, just because I think the front will like proportion way better like that. I think it's kind of hard to explain it, but it'll make sense. There's a double door here anyway, so it'll work. All right, so obviously everything you see here is a placeholder, so, you know, don't get the wrong idea. I was just trying to work out the proportions and like the shape of everything. I think this is the scale we're going for. Obviously, this looks terrible. Okay, don't judge too harshly here. I was trying to work out like where all the roofs will go and like how the walls will meet up at the different heights and everything. But I think it'll come out pretty good. All right, so it's kind of a shape in here, and it looks obviously absolutely terrible. Okay, don't make conclusions yet. Okay. I think what I want to do now is work out kind of the shape of the roof. I mean, we're definitely gonna go for deep slate. It's like a black, I think. Yeah, that's definitely deep slate for the roof, for sure. It's a lot of roof stuff. Hopefully there's nothing in the back. I can't see it. I can't find a view of it either, so the back is probably gonna be pretty empty, but that's fine. Yeah, let's get the roof in for now, I think. Probably the easiest place to start. I think the hardest part is definitely going to be all like the wood trims and everything, because I don't even know what block to use for those, because there's no Minecraft wood that looks like that, which is kind of going to be a problem, but we'll figure it out. All right, I think that's kind of the outline of like all the roof stuff, and yeah, kind of about as as fun as I expected that to be. Not looking forward to this, really. Honestly, texturing it is going to be the bad part. Let's fill this kind of stuff in real quick. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, let's fill this in just with deep slate bricks for now. I'm gonna texture it, obviously. Maybe I should use tile, actually. Yeah, I like that more. It looks more accurate. It's not bad. Alright, let's fill this roof in. I like these walls first, I guess. Alright, that's kind of the shape of the house. Kind of just set in stone now. And I think I like it. There's some dormers I gotta add up here, actually, which are gonna be annoying. I can't really get a view of them. Oh my god, I can. That is not at all what I was expecting the back to look like. Those are really weird. Well, kind of cool. Guess I'll try to get them in as best as I can. Not sure I'm gonna do that, but we'll try. I don't see how I'm gonna fit 4 of these. I mean, I can just move it over a lot. We'll see if that works. This might be what we have to do here. It doesn't look great, I'm not gonna lie, but it might be our only option. You know, if that's the only option to get them in, I think that's fine. I can't think of any better way to do it. They're a bit closer on like these two than the middle two, so that's why they like that. I think it's fine, mostly. I might lower it a block. All right, I think I like that. I guess it's kind of time to get the windows in, I guess. There's a lot. They're everywhere. It's like kind of a restaurant and like hotel, so it's kind of, seems like a lot of natural light in here. Let's kind of figure out where they all go and start getting them in. All right, it's just like 2 windows here. So obviously there's windows up there. There's 3 over here. This wood also comes down. I guess I'll do that now. I still don't know what block I'm gonna use for this. I might have to use oak, but it looks so like terrible. But no other, like jungle might be closer. I mean, it's all gonna look terrible. So I'm gonna hold off on that for a bit. Let's check out the window on the side though. All right, so there's 3 on this side here, 1 on the bottom too. I can't really get a good view, but I think there's 2 here. All right, so there's some bigger windows. I'm assuming there's 4. And there's 4 smaller ones there. So I'm just gonna get that in and then probably copy it to the other side. I think I'm gonna make it a block wider because I kind of upped the proportions of the front part and I don't think I really evenly did it everywhere. I think that'll just make the proportions feel better. Oh, I guess that solves our problems back here too, which is nice. Yeah, there we go, that works a lot better, honestly. It's just the same thing over here. All right, now we're kind of back to where we were, but just proportioned a bit better, I think, just to fit the windows in. So yeah, get the 2 down here as well. And we assume there's 2 here. Just kind of assume matches. Okay, there's a door here. This is not gonna line up right, I don't think. I think this whole middle section might be a block too tall. So I was right before when I wanted to move it down. Okay, I'll move it all down and then everything should line up. Sorry, this is not going as well as I was hoping. All right, yeah, now suddenly everything lines up way better. All right, that had me worried for a second. But that should work. The door actually goes lower, which makes sense here. Go face. All right, and then the back. All right, first we got these. I think there's like 4 big windows here. Let me check. Okay, there's 5. So there's 1 in the middle, and they're evenly offset across the whole back. So that's pretty simple, I think. Oh, and there's, okay, so there's 10. It's like 2 stories of it. All right, let's get that in. Yeah, so like this, kind of evenly space them out. I think this house is gonna look terrible until we start getting all the wood accents in, honestly, because like it's very dependent on that for the detailing. But let's see what's going on this side now. All right, see, it's just 3 windows and then 1 extra one on the bottom. Pretty simple, I guess. Well, that wood frame is so weird. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'll try. Guess just something like that. I think that's all the windows in. Okay, there's definitely a window here. Wait a second. Okay, there's actually 2 windows here. Now I think that's like every window in. Okay, there's a window here too. All right, come on, one second. All right, 2 there, big window here, window there. That's kind of what it looks like. I'll just run with that. All right, but I think that's kind of the windows in, finally. Just took forever. I guess it's time to struggle with the wood detail stuff. That's gonna be the worst part. I'm not looking forward to that at all. Maybe we should texture the walls first. I guess we'll actually figure out where the wood goes. Everything is like a wooden like trim, but the only wood wall part is this middle part, I think. I don't think any other sides have that. Yeah, so only the front has like the actual wooden wall. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna lie. I have no clue. I think I'm gonna just texture. Oh, I gotta put the chimney in too. I keep like forgetting stuff. I'm gonna put this in now, or I'm gonna forget it, or at least I'm gonna put like a brick pillar there to remind myself to do it. I'm gonna texture the walls white first. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do here. So I think I'm gonna start there. I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. I'm gonna be real. There's supposed to be a window here. There's no world where I fit that in. It's just not gonna happen, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. I just don't think there's a way. Maybe I'll put like signs there or something. Try to like make it look kind of like there's a window there, but it's not gonna happen. All right, I think I'm gonna call it that for the texturing. For the walls anyway. Now I gotta texture the roof. Yay. All right, I think that's kind of the roof textured. I don't hate it. It's not bad. I don't know. It's the type of thing like you don't look too closely at it. It just kind of adds stuff from a distance. I guess it's time to. I don't even know. I don't even know what I should do next, to be honest. I guess I should start getting the kind of oak frame and like all this like trapdoors under here, fence gates on the windows, all that. The kind of standard like stuff, just like more of it, basically. Yeah, let's get it in. Let's go for it. I don't know, like this is too deep. Like the 2 blocks just add like too much depth and it looks kind of bad. So we'll do 1 block. Just trying to figure out how to do the windows, I guess. I didn't really explain that, whatever. Yeah, something like that. I probably won't use like any glass in this whole build because there's just like so much like framing to these windows that I basically need like to use this block of space here like that. I pretty much have to. I don't really have a choice. It's not bad. I've built worse, I guess. All right, it's everything blacked out, so we can start just kind of getting everything in here, I guess. I don't know which one I like better, or which one I hate less. I guess might be the proper. I think I like the trapdoors more, to be honest. It might look better all trapdoors, because it's kind of like a different color than oak. I think for the double ones, I prefer trapdoors. But then for like the single ones, I have to use fence gates. All right, that's finally all the windows and stuff in. That took forever. Still got a lot of stuff to do, but I guess the main thing is to add this like wood accent everywhere. I gotta get the chimney in. I like the front path area. There's a staircase going up to that, and there's a bunch of vents all over the roof because this is also like a restaurant. But I think it actually looks all right now. I'm pretty happy with it, I think. I mean, I was trying to get as many of these like weird accent things as possible because I don't know how I'm gonna do these. I'm not gonna lie. mean, that's not exactly accurate, but I like the way that looks. So I think I'm gonna keep that. And I can't really fit any like wood anywhere else, so that's probably fine. There's a window here. I'll get that in. It's probably the best I can get to the shape. It's kind of like a, what is it, like an octagon? Can't really do that in Minecraft, so we'll settle for that. But all right, now for the rest of this, I got nothing. I feel like putting this under here is safe. You know what I mean? Like that'll probably look pretty decent. Kind of gets in the way of the windows, but I don't really care too much. Looks fine. Okay, that's a start. Let's do it under here too. All right, but yeah, now there's this like, I don't even know. You know what? I was gonna say that's not terrible, but I think it is. That might be terrible. I think I like that, honestly. Like, I think in terms of like however much stuff I could really get in here, like that's probably about the limit, you know? Like how close I could really get it to like what it's supposed to look like. I don't hate that. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. And we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do on the edges here too. There's something that kind of goes like this. Everything else looks bad though, but like I don't know how to connect the fence. So maybe we just leave it like that. The problem is in real life, it's like the corner of this and then it connects here. Obviously, can't really do that. Like that doesn't look good, but it does give it like a connection, which kind of looks all right. Like I feel like we might be getting a bit over detailed, but like I kind of need to be. I mean, I don't think there's any other option there. That's not that bad though, I don't think. Let's add some more wood accents around the whole rest of the house and see what it looks like as kind of like a whole, you know what I mean? And maybe that'll kind of help tie it together. I don't hate it. I don't think I like this, honestly. I think this might be the worst part. I think if I get rid of this, that looks a lot better, I think. Maybe instead we could just like kind of... That looks way better. I think like we might just have to kind of call it quits on this like weird 3D stuff there. I think that looks pretty decent, honestly. Let's get this chimney in. That's kind of important. Probably just something like that. And then we'll get like stairs out. I mean, something like that. We can get granite. Just a bit of texturing. It doesn't look... Like, I don't want it to look too like weathered, you know? And the top almost looks like an anvil and a hopper, honestly. Like it's that kind of like iron. We need a block like that, by the way, Mojang, please. Like this kind of like iron sort of texture. That was really loud. Just blew my eardrums out, my bad. Something like that. I like that, I think. All right, I'm gonna go around and just add a bit more oak stuff. And then we'll probably move on to the roof details and then the landscape around it. And I think we're finally done. This is taking absolutely ages, by the way. Make sure to subscribe. Very important. Very important. Please. Only if you enjoy, though, you know? If you didn't enjoy, you know, don't subscribe. It's all good. Thanks for watching regardless. Let's get these stairs in over here. I can't really see them. Like, clearly there's a staircase that goes down, and I'm assuming it kind of curves back this way. I can't see, but just based off that, like, railing, you know what I mean? Like, it looks like it comes back over here. So I think that's how I'll do it. Just get that in real quick. I don't know. I'll figure some out. That works. I don't know. It gets the point across, right? Who really cares that much? All right, let's get all these vents into the roof real quick. Let's take a look. Okay, wow, yeah, there's like a ton on this side. Let's focus on like the smaller, like roof ones first. Then we'll get like the kitchen kind of industrial ones, I think. And then we got these like industrial ones. Yeah, there's one here. It's kind of simple. It's just like a, I don't even know how to explain it. It looks kind of the same as the chimney. So we'll put that there. But then like over here is a bunch of these like weird metal things. Let's get out like kind of like industrial looking blocks, I guess. Kind of like the classic. I have no idea how I was supposed to get these in. I'm gonna be real. Kind of like that, honestly, maybe. Just debug stick to separate these, I guess. Like they're touching, but they're obviously not like one, you know, mass. I think that might almost be it. I think we just gotta do the like landscape, like the front path. There's like a bench, but I think the house itself is basically done. I don't really hate it, at least, which is, you know, that's something. But yeah, let's get the path in and stuff. All right, with a bunch of like small finishing touches, I think we're kind of done, I want to say, honestly. I'm honestly really happy with it. I think it was the most work out of almost any of these Google Earth houses. It took absolutely ages. This house dedicated to my patron Specky. I appreciate your support. If you want a house dedicated to you, it's just $3, the Patreon. But yeah, there it is. Obviously, far from perfect. This is probably the most difficult house I've ever had to try to copy. a lot of really weird, intricate details and stuff that I physically just can't copy over. So I'm pretty happy with how close I did end up getting in the end. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I really appreciate all the support recently on the channel, you know, all the usual stuff, obviously. Join the Patreon, join the Discord, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, thank you to Aelic, Amarali, Dragon, ThaMango, Luke 007, Agony, Tommi, E, and cadusssy. I really appreciate your support, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.